You won't believe what just happened in Kenya's music scene. Oga Obinna and Azziad have finally broken their silence, and they are not holding back. In a shocking turn of events, they have called out Kenyan celebrities, accusing them of jealousy, division and disrespect towards Raila Odinga's legacy. Obina didn't mince his words, saying, "Kila mtu aimbie baba kivyake," basically calling out everyone for refusing to unite like Tanzanian artists once did for Magufuli. But that is not all. Wait until you hear what he said about the real reason Kenyan artists can't come together, and it's going to leave you speechless. And just when fans thought this was over, Tanzanian stars like Christina Shusho and Rayvanny have dropped emotional tribute songs for Raila, leaving Kenyan fans asking, where are our own artists? This story is spiraling fast: betrayal, pride and heartbreak, all in one. Stay tuned, because what happens next might just change the Kenyan music industry forever. On Thursday, October 16th, just one day after Raila's passing, content creator and actress Azziad Nasenya took to TikTok with a message that would ignite firestorm of debate. In her video, Azziad addressed Kenya's biggest musicians directly.
A sad morning it is. And I have an unpopular opinion, okay? This goes to Calligraph Jones, Okolio Max, Prince, Indah, Bahati, all artists, all big artists, you know? You all remember back then when Magufuli died? How Tanzanians came together, almost like 12, 13 artists, and paid a tribute to him.
I have an unpopular opinion, she began. This goes out to Calligraph Jones, Okello Max, Prince Indah, Bahati and all the big artists. She was calm, she was respectful, but you could feel the emotion in her voice.
Amazing, it's a beautiful song that was just singing about his achievements and how great of a leader he is. And I mean, we've lost one, we've lost a hero, a legend. Our hearts are just bleeding. They're bleeding, they're hurting, but their blood is not coming out. So why don't you guys just like come together? Come together, Nadia Mkami, everybody, come together. Sanaipei Tande, sing. I'm just mentioning a few, the ones that my head can think of right now, but like the big artists.
Azziad reminded Kenyans of something powerful, something that happened 4 years ago in Tanzania that should have been a blueprint for us. You all remember back then when Magufuli died, she said how artists came together, almost like 12 or 13 artists, and paid tribute to him. If you do not know that song, just look at it on YouTube.
Come together, do something for Baba. Willy Paul, what's up? Si mwingi tu kwa studio nyinyi wote mara moja mtu weke kitu muimbe pamoja, you know? I think that would be amazing.
She was referring to the 2021 collaborative masterpiece called Lala Salama. And let me tell you, when she mentioned those names, the list was incredible. Diamond Platnumz, the king; Rayvanny, Juma Jux, Zuchu the golden voice of Tanzania; Mbosso with his emotional vocals; Christina Shusho, the gospel queen; Ben Paul, Lava Lava, Queen Darling; Hadija Kopa, Chilole, Mario and Baba Levo. Over 20 artists from different genres, different labels, different fan bases, all coming together. And here is what made it even more powerful. The artists hit the studio literally hours after President Magufuli's death was announced. In the middle of the night, they gathered, they prayed together, and they created something that would become a national anthem of mourning and pride. The song was 11 minutes long. Every artist brought out their unique style. It was emotional, it was powerful, and it was unity personified. Now let me be clear, some Kenyan artists have released tribute songs, and I want to acknowledge them because they showed respect and love for Baba. Prince Indah, the Ohangla musician who had performed at Raila's 50th wedding anniversary celebration, released a track titled Tribute to Honorable Raila Odinga on October 16th. He called it Word Oganda, a model 3-in-1, a powerful homage to Raila's legacy. Then came King Kaka, one of Kenya's most respected rappers and storytellers. He dropped an emotional song titled Hu Wimbo Ni Wako Baba. The track was deep. King Kaka honored Raila's memory with reflective verses that blended. Bahati also released a tribute song. Comedian Eric Omondi visited Raila Odinga at the family residence in Karen to pay his respect. Eddie Butita has posted online calling Raila one of Kenya's most enduring sons, highlighting his struggles for a just and a united Kenya. There were beautiful gestures. These were meaningful tributes, but here is the thing that Azziad was pointing out, and this is critical. They were all individual efforts, separate songs, separate releases, separate moments. No collaboration, no unity, no coming together as one industry to create something monumental. And that is when the internet has started feeling uncomfortable about the situation and asking why. Why couldn't Calligraph Jones, Bahati Nyashinsky, Sauti Sol, Nadia Mukami, Otile Brown, Willie Paul Bahati, Sailors Gang, Ethic Major, and all these massive artists come together for one powerful collaboration? But that's not all. Wait until you see what happened next that has made the situation go from disappointing to absolutely explosive. Just when everyone was debating Azziad's suggestion, Oga Obinna entered the chat, and trust me, what he said made everything crystal clear. Obina, the comedian, radio personality, and an entertainment entrepreneur who has been in the industry for years, who knows the behind-the-scenes dynamics, who understands the egos, the rivalries, the politics, posted something that literally stopped everyone in their tracks. On his Instagram, with a video showing him in the studio, looking directly at the camera, Obina wrote the words that would confirm everyone's worst fears about the Kenyan entertainment industry. Kila msanii aimbie baba kivyake bas, wivu ni mingi hata hatuwezi kuimba pamoja. Let me translate that for those who don't understand Swahili, because the message is so devastating. Every artist should sing for Baba their own way. There's too much jealousy in the industry. We can't even sing together. He called it exactly what it is, wivu, meaning jealousy. He's saying that Kenyan artists are so jealous of each other, so competitive, so divided, that even in a moment of national mourning, even when honoring one of Kenya's greatest leaders, they can't come together. The post went viral in just 15 hours after posting. It had been liked by Nairobi Gossip Club and 4,655 other people. The comment section was exploding, and some people were devastated. Baba will forever remain in our hearts, wrote one follower. Others were calling out specific artists. But the truth was out there, hanging in the air like a dark cloud. Kenyan artists couldn't collaborate on a tribute song because of ego, because of jealousy, and because of rivalry. Think about what Obina was really saying. He was exposing the fact that in Kenya's entertainment industry, even death can't unite people. Even the passing of a national icon, a man who fought for decades for this country, could not make artists put aside their differences. Label wars, ego clashes, who's bigger than who, arguments, who gets more airtime, debates, all of that was more important than honoring Baba. Let's really break down this comparison because it's devastating. When President John Pombe Magufuli died on March 17th of 2021, here is what happened in Tanzania. Within hours, not even days or weeks, but hours after the death, over 20 Tanzanian artists gathered. They gathered in the middle of the night. Videos showed them in the studio, somber, emotional, but united. But now, let's talk about what this situation really reveals about Kenya's entertainment industry. First, there are label wars. In Kenya, if you're signed to one label, you do not collaborate with artists from rival labels. If you're part of one camp, you don't associate with another camp. Kenyan artists are constantly competing for the title of being the biggest. Who has more streams, who sells more tickets, and who has most followers. This competition is healthy in business, but it becomes destructive when it prevents collaboration. Oga Obinna's post wasn't just a call-out, it was a mirror held up to Kenya's entertainment industry, showing them exactly what they are: talented but divided, gifted but jealous, capable but unwilling. Azziad's plea wasn't just a suggestion, it was a challenge to do better, to think bigger, and to honor legacy over ego. And Christina Shusho's tribute wasn't just a song, it is a statement that sometimes outsiders show more unity and respect than insiders. As Raila Odinga is laid to rest, as Kenya continues mourning, as the world pays tribute, the entertainment industry has a choice. Will they learn from this moment, or will they use this as a wake-up call? Will they finally put aside the jealousy, the ego, the division, or will they continue down this path until the next national moment reveals the same problem? But one thing is certain, this moment has been documented, this failure has been exposed, and change is now just desired, it's not demanded. If you found this video eye-opening, if you learned something new, if you felt the frustration and disappointment that many Kenyans are feeling right now, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for more in-depth coverage of entertainment, culture and stories that matter. Share this video because this conversation needs to continue, and drop a comment below. Do you think Kenyan artists should have collaborated? Do you agree with Oga Obinna's statement? And what is your take on Christina Shusho's tribute song?